Did you already refill?
Yeah. Why did it's all the way back up here? Working at events since 2005, I've always been inspired by people coming together to share ideas. I'm Amanda Younger, and I'll be your host on Happy Hour, where I share a drink and a laugh with guests over stories and our hope for the future of the live event experience. Today, I'm speaking with Jennifer Harrison, an amazing event producer and possibly my first touring manager. I've learned so much from her over the years, and I'm super glad that she took some time out for our Christmas special. Boom. A special thank you to Milliman Green. This is amazing work of a single barrel bourbon. Actually, this barrel has already received double gold from 2018, and this batch specifically is actually coming from Tennessee, but the founder, Marsha Millam, who's a whiskey expert, and of course, master blender, Heather Green, and then, of course, a Kentucky veteran, master distiller, Marlene Holmes, and chief brewer, Jordan Osborne. They've actually created a whole brand of these beautiful, beautiful libations. Their charming distillery is, of course, in the lush Texas Hill Country. So definitely achieve excellence here, and we are enjoying those grains on today's episode with a fantastic cranberry bourbon cocktail for the winter season. I'm using the cheeky cran syrup as well as a splash of the fresh lemon juice to kind of add a little festive flair. Add a little rosemary to it, maybe some sage. I didn't go that far because, you know, me. Anyways, a special thank you out to Laxamana Media. You create, we capture. Be sure to continue the conversation with us online at eventspeak.com. Subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify and iHeartRadio, and favorite us on Stitcher to get all upcoming episodes and help others find our show. Be sure to comment below. We love as much feedback as possible in our early stages and promotional giveaways in the works in the new year. So together, we can make the difference in live events.
I hope
La,
so.
la, 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 la. I'm already laughing.
We're doing so
a bad thing. All right, welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour with Amanda Younger. Today's guest is one of my favorite people in the world, Jennifer Harrison. Today, I am drinking the cranberry bourbon cocktail. That's 2 ounces of Milliman Green single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, 2 ounces of cranberry juice. Maybe I just had some club soda in it. I did half an ounce of the cheeky cran syrup, splash of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, also from Cheeky Cocktails, and I put a little fresh rosemary for garnish. But I have to say, I did like the sprinkle ones, and I'm worried it's going to get all in my
It's gonna get all up
I
in
think
your throat.
maybe in the future, yeah, for garnish to actually have the sprig, that would be probably prettier.
Probably.
Well, Jen, tell the listeners who you are, what you do, and what to drink for happy hour.
Oh, goodness. Well, I am Jen. I have been a brand ambassador, costume character, event manager, production manager, 20 years now. So, yeah, I am drinking an old-fashioned with Talnua whiskey from Denver.
Oh.
Yeah, I brought it back from my last journey to Denver. It's delicious.
That's nice. Mm-hmm. Well, Jen, cheers to you for this happy hour.
So good.
Tasty. And because you're the type of friend that I might need a refill. I brought it. So we've actually done, well, I want to say my first tour I did with another mutual friend of ours in all of New York State. But then after that, I jumped on a tour with you, and you were basically like my
circus leader,
my guide, yeah, I was part of your circus.
Yeah, that's still, I think, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Gosh, where else can you have 12 of your friends on the road. I mean, it was like herding cats, but still, it was fun going around to college campuses two times a year, gather all your posse and hit the road. Like that doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Probably with good reason, but.
Well, I know on our off days, there would be off days for like hurricanes and wildfires and just, I guess, just normal days to not actually have an event. And we would definitely be like a large gang, like
Choose your own adventure.
12 anywhere got looks.
Yeah. We just find whatever was going on in whatever city we were in. Remember we found that music festival that one day, Virgin Music Festival. Just happened to
We
be
found the
on our
Virgin
day
Music
off.
Festival, which was awesome. We saw CeeLo Green and all of them. Didn't we even go to like a strawberry festival once? It was like a little one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Big or small, we're into the communities.
That's right. Roadside attractions.
That's right. And we've been to a few of those.
Oh, what was the amusement park?
Cedar Point.
City. Frontier City.
Oh, Frontier City, Six Flags Frontier City. That's in Oklahoma.
Was.
Out of that. We were escorted politely off of
Happy hour.
for happy hour. Yeah. It was. Oh man. But you've done everything from like Warped Tour, Dancing with the Stars, you did TKO, you did the Tamagotchi,
Yeah.
Boston Children's Hospital, even you had a fundraiser that you did stuff for that. But I also know you did like catering for music festivals, like some big ones like Bonnaroo and what was the other one?
Kaboo.
Yeah.
I do the dressing rooms, artist hospitality.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I've been a talent wrangler of yours before. Where are they? I do.
Full-time job.
And then, of course, you've done a whole spread of sports stuff like marathons and cycling and NFL and soccer. Tough Mudder.
All, girl. Do it all.
Little League. I think
20 years, there's a lot of time.
There's a lot.
Test everything out and see what you're good at.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have, so you've done all these things, music festivals, you've been with talent, you've been with sports, you've done sampling tours with hummus. We just talked about that. Yeah. So what is the favorite one that you tell friends that aren't in events that make them go like,
Bonnaroo.
oh my God.
Bonnaroo, hands down, Bonnaroo.
Which one? Bonnaroo? Yeah. And they're like, oh, wow.
You get to be in the main stage dressing rooms because it's so glamorous. It's not working.
They've only been in the
18 hours a day in the mud, schlepping alcohol. Speaking of.
So you tell folks Bonnaroo. Interesting. Thought it would be one a little bit more elevated, but I like the music festival aspect of it.
I keep it real.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so what is the one that you tell people that are in events? The one where they're like, yeah, well, I did this and it was the hardest, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh yeah? Well, have you ever been on this tour? And people go like, oh.
That's a tough one because they're all so different. And
It's the Bonnaroo, isn't it?
No, I was thinking Tough Mudder because not only do you deal with the event, but for a week beforehand, you're building these massive tents out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So not only can I find florists, but I can build a 40 by 120 tent with flooring. So I am very proud that I can pretty much do all aspects.
Wow.
You know?
When people say soup to nuts, they mean Jennifer Harrison.
I hate that saying too.
I know. I'm
And
also noticing a theme of mud.
yeah. I played in the mud a little bit as a child. In March, before everything shut down, we did a massive event at Hudson Yards for CNN, and it took up a entire floor. And that was definitely a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Different rooms for different sponsors, different themes, like technology insaneness, but each one is different, and it's like trying to pick your favorite kid or cat. In my case.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Yeah. Oh,
Now I look like a crazy cat lady.
if you're listening at home, Jen actually just stood up and showed us a fabulous quilted cat with fluffy balls. Yeah, they're poofy balls sewn onto a fantastic holiday sweater. And it has a little bell. Jingle that bell. Yeah. Makes all the cats come to your yard. My milkshake brings all the cats to the yard. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Nice. So some of the tours that you've been doing, you've been flown in and out. Sometimes you've had to drive a van or a box truck cross country. And I also know that you've ridden in a tour bus on Warped Tour. What's kind of your favorite style of travel when you're doing all of these events?
Driving.
Driving.
I would drive across the country multiple times a year if I could. I love it. I love being on the road.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people have been doing that currently. They've been renting RVs and going cross country and kind of doing that on their own, which made me laugh hysterically because we used to get paid to do that. And people are like, well, if I can't be on a plane, damn it, let's go.
Yeah.
Have you been doing that? Any domestic road trips this year so far?
I did just do a road trip. Flew out to Denver, which was all right, actually. I felt pretty safe flying. A short connection time on one plane, on another plane there. But drove back from Denver the long way. Went to Arches National Park.
Oh, wow.
Went to the Grand Canyon, went to Petrified Forest, went to Carlsbad Caverns. So
love Carlsbad Caverns, and really difficult to get to, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went.
I got the rosemary. I don't know. Don't do that. Don't sprinkle rosemary in the drink. I was trying to garnish it.
I feel like I should pull some of my
I was trying to get really festive.
sparkles off
Festive for you.
my sweater.
Sorry, you were saying you went to Carlsbad.
Yes. Just had to get out. Like I'm used to leaving at least once a month.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been home this long since I think 2000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, huh. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're always on the road, I guess.
Yeah.
Those poor cats. Leave them alone.
Yeah. So I was like, I just need to go. Like, I just gotta get out there.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. It was a good time.
So we have to talk about how, one, we always spent holidays with you on the road, but around this time is when we all got breaks and we all went home, but we
Everybody
still
came
found our
home.
way back at your house to like share drinks, presents, stories, do this.
I'm like a magnet.
But you also started to pull back because I think at one point
It just got a
it
little
got real big.
like, I'm one of those people that I don't want anybody to feel bad. And I felt bad that somebody was like, oh, I didn't know about it, or somebody told somebody, or so then I was like, well, if we invite this person, then we have to invite this person because they're going to find out. And it just kind of got out of control. And it wasn't what it used to be, which was still out of control, but it was our group of out of control, not like, so I just felt like it was losing what it was, and I was doing it to make everybody else happy instead of what made me happy and having our close group around.
Yeah.
So I scaled it back. it back.
And that's a good thing. I think, when things start to get too big or too broad, and
it's like work.
I was about to say, I was like, now you're starting to go into event planning, personal time on top of work time. So to me, I'm like, this sounds like an event planning break is what you need.
I mean, we used to have it at the condo, and then I bought the house, and when people couldn't all fit in the house anymore, and we started to find different venues and places to have it, I'm like, that's too much.
It started to get really big. We had to go to other places. Other homes that could fit us. Oh yeah, I have a big backyard. You need a bigger backyard.
Great.
We were at a pizza spot once.
Yep, a Marcus's. Yeah.
So okay, so it's 2020 March. You did the CNN in New York City.
Yes.
And then COVID really hit. Was this right around? This was right around that time.
It was the same week.
Oh, okay.
We were very lucky to be able to have the event. And then I think that next week they shut down
everything,
their offices, and everybody started working from home.
Yeah. Close one. There's we've heard a lot of like launches. There was a Broadway show that launched the day Broadway had to close, and it was like the party had been set and was ready to go, and it was that day. So there's a lot of those conversations, but it's nice to hear that you at least got the event going, got it done, and then next week all of that happened. So okay, good, you got it in. But so ever since then, have you guys, or have you been a part of any like digital event at all?
I have been doing a lot of research and seeing where things are going, what's next for us, just getting prepared on how things are going to be when we come back.
Been doing certifications, right?
Several certifications now. COVID compliance officer, and OSHA, and Johns Hopkins contact tracing, and so we just spent time. We Spearhead Marketing Group, by the way, I keep saying we are now certified as a women-owned business and LGBTQ business. So taking the time to update our website and our pitch deck, and just focusing on doing things for the business that we have been so busy that we haven't had time to do. So,
well, I find that happens a lot. You get used to the work grind, and you're just hitting contract to contract, and planning for the next one, and it overlaps and you just keep
Yeah.
going. And it keeps all the lights on, helps you organize and expand. So I understand that. So
Yeah.
this is a good time to go like, wait a second, we could expand our reach even more if we took
We
a
could do-
pause or
yeah.
at least had the luxury to do certain things. That's great to hear. Yeah, I know a lot of people are also, have you been reorganizing your entire house? Like I know you've been doing some gardening.
gosh.
What have you been doing to stay
Well, at the end of March, I happened to go down a road in my neighborhood that I never go down for some reason. I went down it this day
That sounds screwy.
and found this sweet little kitty on the side of the road. She was just laying there and I stopped the car and she ran in front of the car and laid down, and I picked her up and she's been here ever since. Her name's Penelope.
Take me home. You hit me.
She was really sick, but she's a fatty boombalatti now. She's good. And yeah, gardening, reorganizing everything.
Yeah.
Cooking way too much. Yeah. I'm gonna January start working out in my house. It's gonna be my resolution. It's my new thing to do. Stop cooking.
New pattern. Stop cooking and start working out.
Stop.
That's about it.
So yeah. Fishing, going crabbing,
Nice.
just being outside.
Yeah. You need to be outdoors. That's why you always want to be on the road and you need to be outside. At least if you're inside a car, you look out the window and you're like, I'm still inside. Have you done anything to kind of relax more? I mean, these are the things that you've been trying to stay busy. Have you been? Have you been trying to learn how to relax?
On my desk, and then
No.
I
have a post-it that tells me to breathe.
And I burn all these, well, not burn, but whatever you call it, diffuse all these oils. Relax. So I try to go lay in the hammock, but you know me, I don't really shut down unless I'm sleeping. Like,
was that a bird? Squirrel.
Gardening helps
I gotta
me calm down a little bit, I guess.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do it. Everyone wants to hear it. Whew. I have a tour I lovingly call my tour of fire.
Oh, God.
Where everything that could have gone wrong happened. But there was also a lot of physical fire involved. Multiple points of a tour fire actually occurred. That's why it was my tour of fire. So what was the craziest fail on tour? So what was like your greatest obstacle while on the job? And what did you do to overcome it?
Okay. Yeah. This one's so easy because hands down, nothing has topped this so far. And I'm glad, get it out of the way, right? Mm-hmm. So I was the tour manager on TKO. Mm-hmm. We used to get up so crazy early and had to be set up by like 6 a.m. We had to be set up.
Yeah.
This is like 8 to 12 tents and display cars and electronics and mock dorm room.
We had to meet in the lobby, in the car by 4?
4. Leaving at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Out of a Best Western or a Hampton Inn of your choice.
Diamond for life. Yeah, so we had to stop and fill up for some reason in the morning, which has never happened again since. If we do not fill up early in the morning, it's done the day before now. Oh, one of our team members,
love him,
filled up our 24-foot diesel truck with kerosene at about 4:15 in the morning. And I am surprised I didn't freak out a little more. I just went into survival mode and did not let him crank the engine. Somehow found a tow truck that could tow a 24-foot box truck full of event supplies to the campus. Not to mention, we had a film crew that day,
Yeah.
to film our entire setup. So we had to
Brought
get
by the
there.
agency.
We had to get there before the film crew,
Mm-hmm.
get the tow truck out of there, unload the whole truck onto the sidewalk, and get the truck out before the film crew came. And we managed to pull it off somehow. But we had everything set up. Nobody knew.
Was that in Indiana?
I think it was. It's, yeah.
I think it was like Purdue.
Yeah.
Maybe. Purdue.
I
I
think.
think that's what it was. I think it was Indiana. I think it was Purdue Boilermakers. And the site was like off of a main street. So it wasn't like,
Thank God.
too
We didn't have to carry stuff like
right. It was like
in the middle of campus. Oh, man. But yeah, got the truck out of there, towed it to a mechanic, had it drained, had it back for breakdown, and then had to call my office manager and tell him what happened, but only after the entire event went off without a hitch. So
it also could have been way worse. So of course you're like, if he had cranked the engine, the whole thing would have been done. But because he hadn't, it just needed to be emptied. But yeah, you got to watch the color of the nozzle.
red is
pull in
good.
at the gas station.
Red's a no-go. Danger.
Red is a no-go.
Yeah. So that's
drank a lot of Monster drinks that day.
Those red line things that oh my gosh, everybody was so hopped up on red line.
Hey bro, got a little red line. Here you go.
For the day.
This is what I do before I work out.
For Curtis's second lunch.
This is my third breakfast has been ruined. I have to perform. I'm your talent.
Oh.
It's like I gotta go out there and tell people, come on, let's check it out.
I love you, Curtis.
I love you. I made him tell everyone all of his nicknames, and he did say Bojangles, and he did say Tails. I didn't say the full Curtails. Yeah,
he hates Tails.
Hates it.
Hates it. Did you already refill?
So, what was it?
I said, did you already refill?
Yeah. Why did it's all the way back up here? I'm about to go in the future.
Uh-oh.
So, what are you expecting in the future for events in general?
I have been keeping an eye on everything, and I really don't see anything happening until probably fall.
Yeah.
Live Nation, I know, has got some stuff planned for fall of next year. I definitely don't think it'll be anything as big as what we were doing in the past. And it'll look different, but I think people are going to be so happy to actually get back out and be in person, you know?
Whatever you want to do to make sure I can get in, I will do to get in. Get me in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it will come back. It'll be a little bit slower, safer, but I don't think there'll be any shortage of events when it does come back, because everybody's been sitting around and planning and being creative and thinking of all these new ways to pull things off and what can be done, and the technology integrated into it. Now you can do almost anything. I mean, hybrid events are for people that don't feel like they're quite ready, but still can be part of it.
Yeah. Well, and I know that, especially because you were part of so many festivals, at one point, everyone was throwing a festival.
Yeah.
Music festivals got super, super big. And then it was like, oh, festival bust. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
And it started to go back down again. But I think the demand, the desire to go back to large scale gatherings outdoors is about to return wholeheartedly.
I am ready.
Yeah, I'm expecting festivals to come back.
Yeah.
Sure. But I also know that everyone's going to kind of take their time, so I'm expecting longer wait times to actually get in, because it's not just going to be a security check. It'll be a health check, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just like a basic thing.
And I'm hoping that it's not as crazy as it's gotten, like to try to pack as many people in there as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Like scale it down a little bit and make it special again.
Now that it's going to have more value, basically.
Yeah.
Because there is going to be that consumer that wants less people when they hang out. Gosh, do you even remember going to nightclubs and it just being so packed, and you squeeze through and you were like, okay, and then you got your drink and you're like, and this is like cool, right? Like, I guess.
Never a fan.
I cannot imagine going back.
No.
I guess I got used to it, but now I don't want anyone near me. So the actual idea of getting packed into a spot where like strangers are breathing on me gives me the willies. When I was like, I think there's going to be this capacity.
I hope.
We're going to have to balance out. Yeah.
Unless you're in Florida.
Right. Well, I think just out of like just personal enjoyment,
Yeah, I never was a fan of super, super crowded spaces. Ugh.
At the Virgin Music Festival, you were all the way up at the front, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers came onto the stage, and I was like, I have to get out of here. This is going to crush me, and I'm a big girl. So, where's security? Can I get over this? We were all the way at the top of the rail. It's like, nah, girl. I mean, I love them. I'm gonna see them from away.
I'm not the up in the front girl anymore. No,
but you're the backstage girl.
Yeah.
Hey, I like put the flowers in your room, and you're welcome. Can I join you on stage, please? Here's your cowbell, Jen. Okay. Ding it, ding it, ding, 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 ding. Are you ready?
I can't out dance you.